This is Oceanside, gateway to year-round recreation and relaxation. Bordering the blue Pacific, located midway between Los Angeles and the border of Old Mexico, this carefree, sheltered community of 15,000 friendly folk is blessed with the languor of continual sunshine, combined with the ocean's gentle, cooling breeze. Beyond this beautiful sight rests a thriving community of men, women, and children who work, play, and live in a sun-kissed paradise of the West.
Oceanside in the middle of the last century was quite a contrast with Oceanside in the first decade of the 21st century. KOCT thought it would be interesting to compare the Oceanside of yesterday, captured in 1951 by a Hollywood film crew, with the Oceanside of today, as captured by KOCT's video team.
An air of excitement connected with the arrival of a train. Here in Oceanside, the arrival and departure of trains causes mixed emotions that stir in the hearts of those coming as well as those going. Let's follow this typical American family as they enter Oceanside. Mr. and Mrs. Sam Harris and their young daughter Joan are here from the east to visit their older boy Jack, who is stationed at Camp Joseph H. Pendleton, which lies just 50 feet north of the city limits of Oceanside. It's been a long train ride, but all of the Harris family is eager to see where their boy has been training. It's only a short drive from the train station to the camp, so everyone assists with the baggage, and we're ready to travel.
Oceanside Small Town Train Depot is now the transportation hub for North County. Today, you can take the coaster to downtown San Diego, hop the Metrolink to LA and Orange County, or ride the Sprinter to inland North County cities.
Streets, like most of the popular Southern California resort cities, are lined with beautiful palms that lend an atmosphere of peace to the much-traveled roadways. Unlike many coastal cities, Oceanside has very few days or nights of heavy fog. A gentle ocean breeze plus plenty of warming sun rays make it desirous all the year round. This is the main gate of Camp Joseph H. Pendleton, the largest Marine Corps training center in the world. Here, Oceanside acts as a home for the boys away from home. Beyond these gates, many of the bravest and most decorated fighting men of our nation have learned the combat tactics that have aided in keeping our great country free from oppression and slavery.
Camp Pendleton, while still Oceanside's close neighboring community, no longer has the impact on Oceanside, economically or socially, that it once had. One thing is still the same, however. Many visitors first discover Oceanside because Camp Pendleton is the largest amphibious military training facility in the world.
Every thriving young city must have a civic center. This growing beach resort is fortunate in having a well-rounded civic center that is closely knit in operation as well as in location. The City Hall, Fire Station, Police Station, City Court, and Public Library, with their well-manned staffs and up-to-date equipment, make civic problems and city government function in smooth unison.
Today, Oceanside is the third largest city in San Diego County with a population of 173,000 and growing. In 1989, Oceanside constructed a new civic center by renowned architect Charles Moore. The original Irving Gill Civic Center is now home to the Oceanside Museum of Art, which recently added a modern expansion linking two classic Irving Gill buildings.
One of Oceanside's most outstanding features is its park and recreation system. A wide variety of recreational activities are featured on each city and school playground throughout the summer months.
Today, Oceanside hosts a vigorous year-round parks and recreation program. The city of Oceanside not only maintains 40 community attractions, such as public pools, beaches, parks, and community centers, it also now boasts 3 golf courses.
The people of Oceanside have built, within the past 2 years, 3 of the most modern, well-planned, up-to-date schools on the West Coast. Here is attractive South Oceanside Elementary School. This is Ditmar Elementary School, where sunshine and health aid in the education of our youngsters. And there's North Oceanside School. And here's picturesque Oceanside Carlsbad Union High School and College, which overlooks the majestic blue Pacific.
Thanks to a successful school bond initiative in 2000, the Oceanside Unified School District was able to renovate and add new buildings to accommodate a growing student population. In 2007, Oceanside High School celebrated its centennial anniversary and its many successful graduates, including football star Junior Seau. Mira Costa College was built in 1964 and added an additional community college campus in Cardiff in 1988.
The heavy traffic which flows through Oceanside, a $4 million divided 4-lane freeway is being constructed around the outskirts of the town. This freeway will be completed early in 1952 and will provide even more safe driving in the community.
The intersection shown in 1951 is thought to be the current site of Highway 78 and I-5. The freeway has long since been expanded from a modern 4-lane highway to 8 lanes, and there are plans in the coming years to add even more capacity. Since 1951, Oceanside has also added Highway 78 and more recently, Highway 76.
Oceanside is justly proud of its many beautiful churches where people of all religious denominations worship in peaceful solitude. Here is another of the more than 25 different churches in the community which serve our people.
Today, many of the houses of worship shown in 1951 are still thriving, and scores of new churches have brought the total number in Oceanside to over 40.
Like most modern California cities, Oceanside prides itself on having a number of outstanding residential sections. Newly built Plumosa Heights, with its scenic view of the entire city and ocean, is thought by many to be the ideal site of our growing community.
Oceanside's older communities have seen a resurgence of pride and commitment to improving their neighborhoods. Thriving community groups such as the Loma Alta Neighborhood Association and the Oceanside Coastal Neighborhood Association have been created or revived.
Literally thousands of new residents have caused the need for additional housing. This need has been answered by such sections as the Sterling Housing Project, which was constructed by the federal government and where some 900 armed forces personnel and their families reside.
The aging Sterling Housing Project was removed in 1988, and through an innovative public and private partnership, it was replaced by over 300 townhomes and 650 apartments. Camp Pendleton now provides many more housing options for its service personnel right on base. Oceanside, San Diego County's third largest city, now has over 60,000 homes. Arrowhead Community is one of the most recent housing developments to be constructed.
Many of the more permanent service personnel and veterans have chosen to build their homes in the modern South Oceanside section of town. This ever-growing area with its paved streets and green lawns has become the answer to many a newly married couple's lifelong dreams.
South O, as it is now called, continues to be a desirable location, and the appearance of many of the homes had changed little from the 1950s. Increasingly, however, the small Potter homes, named for one of the first housing developers, are being replaced by much larger homes.
In contrast to the more modern sections of town is this quaint, peaceful section known as St. Malo Beach. Spacious French Normandy-style homes afford truly gracious living. This residential section is frequented by many of Hollywood's most noted and talented figures. No growing community would be complete without a complete, up-to-date business section. Oceanside affords its local residents and thousands of out-of-town shoppers an opportunity to buy all items at reasonable prices. This fine business district stands on a par with any for its size.
Since 1951, downtown Oceanside, like many urban centers across the nation, saw its fortune rise and then decline. New suburbs and new shopping centers, particularly the Westfield Mall Shopping Center in Carlsbad, lured shoppers and drained revenue from downtown Oceanside businesses.
Banks, theaters, a city bus transportation system, 2 growing servicemen centers, large and nationally known markets, drug and merchandise stores, all combine in making this business section tops in the eyes of the Oceanside.
But Oceanside's downtown is seeing a revival that began with a comprehensive redevelopment program that has been underway for over 30 years. Main Street Oceanside activities, Oceanside Sunset Market, new downtown housing options, and the construction of timeshares, hotels, and businesses are transforming the downtown environment.
One of the many fine restaurants in Oceanside is this attractive eating place where visitors and home people dine in a refreshing atmosphere of comfort. Visit to Oceanside would be complete without a trip to the beautiful old mission San Luis Rey de Francia. This king of the missions, as it is aptly called, lies but 4 miles east of Oceanside along scenic State Highway 78, which passes along many restful and productive miles of avocado orchards. This colorful landmark of early California lies nestled at the foothills of majestic beauty and is a site that is long remembered by its many visitors.
The Mission San Luis Rey continues to be a tourist attraction, as well as an important part of school curriculum for kids throughout San Diego County. State of California requirements for earthquake retrofitting and building repair and maintenance present an ongoing financial challenge.
Oceanside's most valuable recreation area is its multi-million-dollar beach. Along this beautiful California beach site, thousands of tourists and visitors from outlying communities journey each summer for relaxation and entertainment. The tropical breezes and warm water aid in making Oceanside's beach popular for swimmers and surfers, as well as those who just are interested in the sun's relaxing rays. Featuring the longest pier on the West Coast, more than 1,900 feet, Oceanside's many fishermen are enthusiastic about catches in winter as well as summer.
The 1947 pier was severely damaged by storms in 1975, and a storm in 1978 caused the loss of 200 feet of the pier. The pier was rebuilt in 1987 and remains the featured highlight and scenic icon for residents, visitors, and ocean lovers. Today, visitors can look down upon the pier from a scenic vantage point unimagined in 1951.
Just another day at the beach for these youthful California surf riders who find Oceanside surfing comparable to any on the West Coast.
Surfing continues to be an important part of Oceanside culture and lifestyle. Oceanside now has a newly expanded surf museum that celebrates this tradition.
At the end of the pier, deep-sea fishermen travel daily to charter boats and barges, where record-breaking catches have been recorded on many an occasion. Here is just one of the many catches taken today in Oceanside.
Boats and barges continued to utilize the pier until the construction of the Oceanside Harbor in 1961. Now, the harbor is the home for commercial and recreational fishing, as well as host to a variety of water sports, camping, dining, and shopping.
After seeing the excitement caused by the return of the fishermen from the charter boats, the Harrises take time out to relax and review the many sights they have seen. And they, like thousands of others, have decided to make Oceanside their permanent home. Why not plan to spend your next vacation in Oceanside?
As you can see, there have been quite a few changes to Oceanside since 1951. A new harbor, high-rise hotels and trains, planes and automobiles, zipping around Oceanside's 42 square miles at a pace unimagined in the 50s. And yet to the west, still lies the blue Pacific, giving Oceanside its name, and, as it has for 2 centuries, providing a pause for hurried spirits and a haven for those who are fortunate enough to call Oceanside home.